Hi everybody and welcome back to the BizTech Academy on our Excel function series. Today we're going to look at combining a number of functions. We're going to look at the min, the max, the large and the small functions. Then we're also going to use XLOOKUP to do a final bit of analysis. We're going to be looking at these functions in the context of scores for a game or a match or an event, for example, where we need to find the first place, the second place, who's last place or whatever the case may be. I hope you find this interesting. So without further ado, let's have a look. So as it says here, and I'll just zoom this in so you can see this a little bit more clearly. What we've got here is a definition of the functions we're going to use. Min returns the lowest value and max returns the highest value of a search. Large and small respectively return the highest or the largest and the smallest value in a search based on certain criteria that we'll define, and I'll go through that with you as we use these functions. And the next lookup returns a value after searching a range. So let's just zoom back out a second and we'll scroll down here. So what we have a list of names, various names here, and all these people have got together and they've just conducted a quiz. And they've done this quiz and the scores have just been put together. And as you can see here, there's different scores for different people. So what we want to do, we want to first of all populate this area here where the scores are. We want to calculate the first person, the one who's won the quiz, the runner-up, and who's in third place. Then we want to show the person who's last. In the UK, we would give them a wooden spoon as a prize. And we also want to highlight the second from last. Once we've done that, we then want to allocate the names to these scores using XLOOKUP so that we can see exactly who these people are. So if we start first of all with the easiest, which is the min and the max, and we'll start with the highest score. I won't use the function builder for these two functions because they're pretty straightforward. I'll do it as we go through the large and the small and the XLOOKUP. But for the max function, all it is equal max, open the parenthesis, and simply highlight the range where you want to calculate the max. Close the parenthesis, press enter, and you can see here the max score is 50. If we just look down, we can see the highest score is 50 from Michen. Conversely, if we look at the bottom here and try and find the minimum score, the lowest score, then we just would do equal min. Again, open the parenthesis. It's the same range, so we just highlight it and then close the parenthesis and press enter. And you can see the score is 20. And if you look down these numbers, yes, 20 is the lowest score for Ahmed. Okay, so now we want to look at the second and third place and also the second from last. For the first two, we'll use the large function. And for that, we'll just open up the function builder. So if we open this up, we'll look for large, insert the function, and I'll just drag this across. As you know, I like to use this for new or for functions that are not used that often because it just helps with the logic and understanding what's going on. So what this is just two simple fields. First one is the array, which is basically the range that we're trying to find the search or do the calculation from. And then there's a K, and this K, in the description here, says is the position from the largest in the array or cell range of the value we want to return. So it's basically saying if you want the second or the third or the fourth largest here, then you would type in the 2, 3, or 4, depending on where you want to have that particular number come from. So let's try this. So the array here, the range, we want to find the number from there, and we want to find the second largest. So we'll put number 2 in here and press done. And you can see here there's 48. And if you look down here, it's 48 for Maria, and 48 is the second largest score, second highest score, next to 50 with Michen. So that works. So let's try it again with the third. Just click on the third cell here. Open the function builder, drag it across, and we'll click on large, insert the function. And we want, again, to use the same range of numbers. And we want to put in 3 because we want to find the third. Press done. And there you go, 44. And if you look down here, there are only 2 40s and a 50. So the third is David Kim with 44. So we'll now try and find the second lowest score. And to do that, we need to use the small function, which is basically the opposite to the large function. So we'll press function builder or formula builder. We'll click on small, insert the function, scroll it across just here. And we want to highlight the range. Again, same set of numbers. Missed the first one. Same set of numbers. and then we want to find the second smallest, or the second next to the most lowest number. Press done, and you can see it's 21. Well, 21 is very close to 20, so you'd expect it is, yes, 21. So here is 21. So that works quite well. So as you can see here, these functions are pretty straightforward. Just the large or small, choose the range, and then choose the position against the largest or the smallest, as the case may be. Okay, so finally, we just want to add names here. So we'll use the XLOOKUP for this. And all we do, again, we'll open the builder just so show you how the XLOOKUP function works. Click on it, open it up. Now the XLOOKUP function has 6 criteria, but the bottom 3 are only optional. It's only the top 3 that are mandatory, and today we're only going to use the top 3. This is a simple calculation. And you have a lookup value, so what is it we're looking up? You have a lookup array, where are we looking it up from? And then you have a return array, what do we want to put into the cell once we've pressed enter and complete the function. Well, the lookup value is 50 in this instance. The lookup array is all the numbers, because we want to find 50 in those numbers. And then once we do that, we want to add in the corresponding name against that number. So we press done, close there, and you can see Michen 50, 50 Michen. So that works. So what we could do now is just copy this down. We don't want to disturb the format, so we'll just copy it down the formula. So we just choose formulas here and press OK. Oh, but we've got an error. Why is that an error in place? Well, what it is because we've just dragged that down, and we click on here, for example, we haven't locked in the range. So the range has followed itself down, which means we missed some of the calculations here. So if we just escape from that, in the original calculation here, where we've got the range of the names and the numbers, the scores, we want to lock those in with absolute cells. So we'll just click on them, press F4, which is the shortcut for making the cells absolute and therefore fixed. And you can see the dollar signs around the references here. Press enter, and then what we'll do is we'll copy that down again, just the formulas. And if you do this time, you can see now it's accurate. So Maria 48, David 44, and so on. And if you click on one of these cells, you can see there it is. The range is still locked in and is unmoved, and therefore has fixed that error that we had. Okay, that's it. Just a brief tutorial today, just to go through some basic functions. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. If you did, it'd be great if you can give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. But in the meantime, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.